Kristin. So for the video today, I'm going to have, I have some fall picks for you. In this video, we're going to talk about lips and cheeks. And then the next video that will probably be Saturday will be eyes and nails. Although it might be Tuesday. I'm not sure which order I'm going to do it in. But anyway, that's what I have for you today. Okay, for some reason, I have 9 lipsticks and 9 blushes. I just kind of went through and picked. I wasn't going, when I realized that, I was like, oh, I should have 10. Well, I'm not going to go just pick another one just for the sake of picking it. So, you know, that's what's going on. And I'm just talking about lipsticks, not any lip glosses at this point. I may add a few into the other one, but we're going to talk about lipsticks. So the first one that I want to talk, and I do kind of run the gamut from high-end to drugstore here. So the first one that I want to talk about is one that when I was in my drawer pulling them out, I was like, oh, Kristin, I can't believe you haven't worn that for a while. And it's by Burberry, and this is the one in Rosewood, I think it is. Yes, it's a lip cover in Rosewood. Looks like that. And of course, you guys know that you could wear any of these all year round, but it's just a really nice kind of mid-tone color. It's a, I'm not saying it's a your lips, but better. But it is very, very pretty. And because it leans to the darker side, I prefer to wear it, you know, more in the fall and winter. The next one I have is from Gosh, which I really like their packaging. It's not real weighty, but I think it's pretty with that. And this is in Nougat. These are probably all going to look very similar. There. Again, really nice. It smooths on the lips nicely and it wears really well. So that's one of my favorites. I do have 4 MAC colors I picked, but I'll do those at the end. The next one I picked is one of the Revlon lip butters, and this is the one in Red Velvet. I will swatch that right there. It's a really pretty fall color. It's another kind of like the NYC Sheer Red. It's a good kind of introduction into red. Did you notice I have red on my lips today? Okay, this one, I believe this is still available. I apologize if it's not. But this is by NYC, speaking of, and it's in Sugarplum. It's the square packaging. I don't hear very many people talk about these, and I really like them. I have a couple. There's one called Sherry Sparkle I really like. And this leans a little more purpley mauve-y. Purpley mauve-y, that's spectacular. And then the last one from the drugstore I have is by Covergirl in this sort of packaging. I wish that they would say what, I can never remember what each line is called, and they don't say. And this one is in Sultry. And that's right there. These are the kind of colors that I tend to, there are a few differences on there, but these are the kind of colors that I tend to lean towards in the fall and winter time. Okay. I have 4, like I said, MACs, and 4 colors from MAC. The first one is Cream in Your Coffee. I've talked about this one before, but not lately. It's just one of my favorite colors from MAC. There you go. And this is a cremesheen. Cream in Your Coffee, cremesheen. The next one is a satin, and it's called Captive. I really, really like the fall kind of deeper colors. I don't know why I don't wear them more often. And this is a nice deep mauve berry kind of color. Really pretty. Captive is one that doesn't get talked about very often that I really like. The next one I have is Craving, and it's an amplified. And you'll see it's just a little bit lighter in the same kind of family as Craving though. Or as Captive. Too many C's. So this is Craving, this is Captive. And then this one is in Taupe. I used to talk about this one all the time. I stopped myself from wearing it. It's probably one of my most worn down MAC lipsticks. And it looks like this. And this pulls very differently on everybody. And in fact, I think it pulls differently on my lips, even than it does in the swatch. I love this color. All right, so those are my lipstick picks. Okay, so for my blush picks, I have, as I said, 9 of them, and this time I'll start with MAC. The first one that I pulled out, and I'm not positive, I don't believe that this is permanent, but I just want to show it in case you have it stuck back in a drawer somewhere. And I know that I got this at a CCO, which is a cosmetic company outlet, a long time ago, so I'm just saying. This is in Fad-ulous. And this one is just a really pretty, very warm. Most of mine you'll see are pinks. This is a very warm peach kind of color. I really, really like that. It has some definite shimmer to it. You don't need any sort of highlighter with that. The next one I have is Coygirl, and lots of people wear this all year round. I tend to really prefer it in the fall and winter because on me, a lighter skin tone, it gives definitely more of a flush, kind of in from the outside flush right there. And the next MAC that I have is Dolly Mix, and this is the same kind of deal. Lots of people wear this all year round. Me, not so much. And this one is a sheer tone shimmer. Coygirl is just a sheer tone. I don't get much shimmer out of Dolly Mix though. So there's Dolly Mix. And I will tend to kind of mix those two together sometimes. And then the last one that I have is just a neutral. I really, in the winter, tend to lead for real berry shades or real neutral shades. And this one is Mocha. Just looks like that. Mocha is not very exciting, but it's a really pretty neutral. It kind of goes with everything. Look. So those are the MAC blushes that I have. And then the other ones that I have some drugstore and a couple, as I like to say, international products that I have been lucky enough to receive in either swaps or gifts. So the first one that I want to talk about, and I just saw somebody talk about this one, I can't remember who it is, but this is by Sleek, which you can order online. And this is in Pomegranate. Now you have to be very careful with this blush, like very careful. Like dual fiber action, careful. And it definitely has some shimmer to it. All right there. The next one that I have, and both of these you can order online to my knowledge. This is by MUA and this is shade number 6. They don't have names. Well, how about I open it up? Shade number 6. You can see it's a real dark, plummy kind of color. Right there. So those are my international picks. And then I have I guess I only have one drugstore picks. I probably would have picked Physicians Formula Rosy Glow, but I've talked about that so much that you guys would be like, all right, Kristin, we get it. So this is Heather Silk by Wet n Wild. Again, gently. These are so pigmented, you can get crazy in a heartbeat. But this is just the perfect color. This one and Mellow Wine. I could have picked Mellow Wine just as easily. Right there. I mean, look at that. That is one swipe. Crazy. Okay, and then the last two that I have, this one is by Tarte, and it is called Flush. So it's one of the 12-hour Amazonian clays. Look at that scariness. This just gives you, it's matte, and it just gives you the perfect, I've just been outside playing in the snow kind of flush. Right there. Just really, really, really pretty. And then the last one, and this one I have also talked to death, but I don't care because I love it. This is what I'm wearing today, and this is Illamasqua's Naked Rose. Just one of the most perfect, you can wear it every day, kind of colors, but I just love that, especially when I'm going to do something like I did today with my lips, which rarely happens. But yeah, so this is Naked Rose. We'll swatch it on the other hand. Also very pigmented. I've had this one for quite some time now and I just love it. I really do want to get some more Illamasqua blushes. Alright, so those are my lips and cheek picks. Not glosses, of course, for fall. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. Otherwise, thank you for watching if you don't want to see what's on my face. And if you do, again, I will run it down quickly for you. So, as I said, I have the Naked Rose on my cheeks, Bobbi Brown Skin Foundation, and Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. For my eyelids today, for my eyes, on my eyelid today, I have the Sokia Kashuk. This was a gift that was sent to me, but unfortunately that color shattered on the way. But this is in the duo Bite the Dust, and I think these would be really pretty together, so I may just have to repurchase it. But I just used this color right here all over my lid, which has a little sheen to it. And then I just took a little Wedge into the crease by MAC and a little Brule by MAC up top. And then I used some, I believe it was handwritten. Nope, Brun. I used some Brun in the outer corner, literally very little bit, just to give it some definition. I used my Chanel waterproof Stilo in Espresso for my liner today in my tight line. I brought that Brun underneath as well. And for mascara today, I'm using the Le Fro Fro from NYX. And then on my lips today is simply a lip liner from MAC, and this is in Cherry. It's shocking, I know. All right, I hope that you guys are having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye.